Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, consider the following statements with reference to National Commission for Protection of Child Rights or NCPCR. It is mandated to monitor the proper and effective implementation of 1. Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, 2. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences, that is POCSO Act 2012, 3. Right to Free and Compulsory Education, that is RTE Act 2009. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Recently, NCPCR launched training modules for Child Welfare Committee and protocols for restoration and repatriation of children. It is a statutory body constituted under Commission for Protection of Child Rights or CPCR Act 2005 to protect the child rights and other related matters in the country. It is mandated to monitor the proper and effective implementation of Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012, and Right to Free and Compulsory Education, that is RTE Act 2009. Hence, option D is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements with respect to the appointment of the Election Commissioner of India. 1. Article 324 deals with the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner or CEC and Election Commissioners or EC. 2. The terms of office at CEC and EC is mentioned in the Election Commission Conditions of Service of Election Commissioners and Transaction of Business Act 1991. Select the correct option using the code given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Supreme Court recently said that the government pays mere lip service to the independence of the election commissioners. This is evident from the way the tenures of Chief Election Commissioners or CECs have slid down from over 8 years in the 1950s to just about a few hundred days after 2004. Article 324 deals with the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner or CEC and Election Commissioners or EC. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The term of office of CEC and EC is mentioned in the Election Commission Conditions of Service of Election Commissioners and Transaction of Business Act 1991. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Section 4 of the 1991 Act says the term of a CEC and Election Commissioners is 6 years or till the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. Next question is, which of the following tiger reserves is in the state of Madhya Pradesh? 1. Bandavgarh Tiger Reserve, 2. Panna Tiger Reserve, 3. Satpura Tiger Reserve. Select the correct option using the code given below. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Bandavgarh Tiger Reserve located in the eastern Satpura Hill range of Umaria and Katni districts of Madhya Pradesh. The major mammals of Bandavgarh is tiger, leopard, wild dog, wildcat, hyena, wolf, cheetal, sambar, blackbuck, rojda, etc. are easily seen there. Panna Tiger Reserve is a critical tiger habitat located in Vindhya Hill in northern Madhya Pradesh and fragile through dynamic dry deciduous forest. It is also the land of the Cane River. Satpura Tiger Reserve located in the south of the river Narmada. The forests of the Satpura ranges are rich in biodiversity and are inhabited by many endangered species. Keeping this specially in mind, Satpura Tiger Reserve was declared as the first biosphere reserve of Madhya Pradesh in the year 1999. Hence, option D is correct. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the fisheries sector in India. 1. India is the second largest fish producing country in the world. 2. In order to address infrastructure requirement for the fisheries sector, Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund or FIDF is created. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. China is the largest fish producing country in the world. India is the second largest fish producing country in the world. Hence, statement 1 is correct. In order to address the infrastructure requirement for fisheries sector, Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund, that is FIDF, was created. It has been done by Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying during 2018-19. It was created dedicated fund, namely with a total fund size of rupees 7,522.48 crore. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is Rural Infrastructure Development Fund or RIDF is associated with NABARD, SEBI, Reserve Bank of India or Income Tax Department. The correct answer is option A, NABARD. Recently, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD, has sanctioned rupees 220.50 crore to the Odisha government under the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, that is RIDF. It has sanctioned the fund for the construction of 57 flood protection projects and one bridge in a rural area. NABARD came into existence on 12 July 1982 by transferring the agricultural credit functions of RBI and refinance functions of the then Agricultural Refinance and Development Corporation, that is ARDC. The main aim of RIDF is to provide loans to state governments to enable them to complete the rural infrastructure projects which are ongoing. Hence, option A is correct. Next question is, what is the IUCN status of the snow leopard? Critically endangered, endangered, vulnerable, or least concern? The correct answer is option C, vulnerable. Snow leopards are often referred to by locals as mountain ghosts, given their secretive nature and how rarely they are seen. The snow leopard is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN, that is International Union for the Conservation of Nature, Red List of Threatened Species. Hence, option C is correct. The capture and killing of snow leopards for the illegal wildlife market is a primary threat to the species' survival. Their bones are used in traditional Asian medicine. Climate change poses new challenges to snow leopards as well. Temperatures are on the rise across the mountains of Central Asia. The snow leopard has been protected under Appendix 1 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, that is CITES. Next question is, with reference to midday meal scheme, consider the following statements. 1. This is a centrally sponsored scheme which covers all school children studying in class 1 to 8 in government-aided schools. 2. Social audit of the scheme is made mandatory in all the districts. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. PM Poshan scheme for providing one hot cooked meal in government and government-aided schools from 2021-22 to 2025-26, earlier known as midday meal scheme. This is a centrally sponsored scheme which covers all school children studying in classes 1 to 8 in government-aided schools. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The scheme covers about 11.80 crore children studying in 11.20 lakh schools across the country. The concept of Tithi Bhojan will be encouraged extensively. Tithi Bhojan is a community participation program in which people provide special food to children on special occasions or festivals. Social audit of the scheme is made mandatory in all the districts. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is, Eklavya Model Residential Schools or EMRS comes under the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Ministry of Social Justice, or Ministry of External Affairs. The correct answer is option B, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. EMRS started in the year 1997-98 to impart quality education to ST children in remote areas. Each school has a capacity of 480 students, catering to students from class 6 to 12. Hitherto, grants were given for construction of schools and recurring expenses to the state governments under grants under Article 275(1) of the Constitution. EMRS comes under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. 462 new schools have to be opened by the year 2022. Hence, option B is correct. Next question is, in the context of Indian fairs and festivals, the Cherry Blossom Festival is associated with which of the following states? Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Odisha, or Meghalaya? The correct answer is option D, Meghalaya. Recently, all the festivals in Meghalaya, including the Cherry Blossom Festival, have been cancelled due to recent firing incident on the Assam-Meghalaya boundary at Mukhroho village. Cherry Blossom is a 3-day festival held annually. Event was held in 2 venues, namely Wards Lake and Polo Grounds in Meghalaya. Festival coincides with the actual blooming of cherry blossom flowers. Hence, option D is correct. Next question is, consider the following statements with reference to PSLV. 1. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or PSLV is the third generation launch vehicle of India. 2. After its first successful launch in October 1994, PSLV emerged as a reliable and versatile workhorse launch vehicle of India. Which of the following statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or PSLV is the third generation launch vehicle of India. It is the first Indian launch vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. After its first successful launch in October 1994, PSLV emerged as a reliable and versatile workhorse launch vehicle of India. Hence, option C is correct. The vehicle has launched successfully 2 spacecraft, Chandrayaan-1 in 2008 and Mars Orbiter spacecraft in 2013, that later traveled to Moon and Mars respectively. Chandrayaan-1 and MOM were feathers in the hat of PSLV. PSLV earned its title the workhorse of ISRO through consistently delivering various satellites into low Earth orbits, particularly the IRS series of satellites. Last question is, with reference to the Global Hunger Index 2022, consider the following statements. 1. It was released by Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Health. 2. India got rank of 105 among 121 countries in the Global Hunger Index 2022. Select the correct option using the code given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, in the 2022 Global Hunger Index, India ranks 107th out of the 121 countries. With a score of 29.1, India has a level of hunger that is serious. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It was released by Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Health. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Therefore, option A is correct. Each country's GHI score is calculated based on a formula that combines 4 indicators that together capture the multidimensional nature of hunger. Undernourishment, the share of the population with insufficient caloric intake; child stunting, the share of children under age 5 who have low height for their age, reflecting chronic undernutrition; child wasting, the share of children under age 5 who have low weight for their height, reflecting acute undernutrition; and child mortality, the share of children who die before their 5th birthday, partly reflecting the fatal mix of inadequate nutrition and unhealthy environments. Now it's time for the practice question. The Blue Flag program run by which organization? Food and Agriculture Organization, Amnesty International, Foundation for Environmental Education, or Reporter Without Borders? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.